What we got coming up next, we have a Stephon Marbury documentary that we did with Nina Bon Jovi and Forrest Whitaker, which is a great film. So happy about it. I didn't know his story was that amazing. He has an amazing story, coming from Coney Island to playing at Lincoln, Spike Lee, vaguely telling his story and he got game and then, going through a whole depression and being ostracized out of the NBA, then redeveloping himself in China and becoming a god over in China. So, that's a story that can't wait for it to come out in 2020. We just finished a series called Soul City, anthology series, horror, psychological horror. We did 3 episodes of that. We're looking to that to go to series on a network, Amazon, where y'all at, what's happening. But that's a project that we just finished that we're excited about. It's our first scripted narrative that we needed because nobody would give us nothing. They're like, oh, you got a narrative? We like, no. They're like, okay, well, you can't get it. Well, we did do this and this and this and this. But they like, no, you got to show us something. So we finally got that. And the South Side, the script that I was telling you about that we've been working on for over 10 years, that seemed like it's coming to fruition. And the Ernie Barnes documentary, which Ernie, if you don't know Ernie Barnes, he's the painter who did Good Times for JJ, all the paintings in JJ. The JJ, he was the ghost painter for JJ on Good Times. And he also did the Sugar Shack Marvin Gaye album cover and Curtis Blow cover, which, like I always say, don't let your imagination get away of God's manifestation. I used to dream about those paintings being on my wall. Back in the day, I called them JJ paintings. And then years later, I became super cool with Mr. Barnes. Before he died, he was like, I want you and Chike to tell my story, and we've been with the estate ever since. He died in 2009, and in heaven, his spirit been doing amazing things for me and Chike. It's insane that he gave us a painting from heaven that was in the California African American Museum just recently, and we're gonna tell his story. And he has an amazing story. We're gonna tell it through our journey. Us meeting him, me, Kanye, G-Eazy, and Chike, to him doing Kanye's painting. Me documenting all of this, like him coming to the studio with sketches and we all talking about spirituality. And, Kanye's mother was alive at the time and Mr. Barnes' mother was alive at the time. And when he started the painting, his mother passed away. So in Kanye's painting, Ernie Barnes' tears is in the painting. Insane. But so we're going to tell that through that. So you can actually, see how this man work and they really hear from him. And, of course, we're going to interview everybody. Did paints for Will Smith and Sylvester Stallone and Elizabeth Montgomery. I'm going to go there with it, you know what I mean? And Swiss Beats and, of course, Kanye. So we're going to tell his amazing story. Such a good guy. Plus, he was an NFL football player. So that's one we're really proud of. And, but it's all going to happen in God's time, and we're going to keep moving, and we're going to tell these special stories, man. And, and I'm so happy to be a part of his legacy. I'm so happy to be we're so happy to be a part of Ernie Barnes' legacy, Martin Luther King's legacy, Muhammad Ali's legacy. I remember when Muhammad Ali passed away, they calling me for interviews. I'm like, huh? We didn't even get to meet Muhammad Ali, but that was the last film that we did. Muhammad Ali is the people champ for BET. It was the last film that he seen before he passed away, which meant a lot because Tyrese was like, he went to go visit him where he was sick, and they was like, oh, he's in the screening room. He went in there, Muhammad Ali watching himself, and they say he do it all the time. So he watching, himself as vibrant and young because his mind was still strong. He just wasn't able to move the right way. But you just think about it. You looking at yourself, it's still you. And you still, that's what he did. But to know that the last documentary that he seen was a doc that we did, and we actually when Tyrese told us that, we told that story, the way we put it together was for him. So everybody was talking to him. So at the end, we had everybody talk directly to him, which was LL Cool J and David Banner, and everybody just tell them how they feel. And so that was powerful, man. I'm really happy about that. And G-Eazy, narrated both the Martin Luther King doc and the Muhammad Ali doc. We won an Image Award for the Muhammad Ali doc, and I hope that they submit the King doc for Emmy or in the Emmys and the NAACP Image Award. So pray for us on that one because we put that out this year. So and Jay Ivy killed it, So that's where we at right this second. We got a bunch of other stuff that we've been creating and bring me back, Jello. Let's do it. It's gonna be a lot to talk about next year.